बोले सोने हाल सासरी अकाल।
जी हाँ, सत श्री अकाल, welcome and good morning, good afternoon, good evening. A show running every Wednesday 7:45 p.m. with Akaal channel and myself Manjit Kaur, always promoting good food, nutritious food, and something that is round, something that has a hole in the middle. I'll leave you to guess and what I'm going to cook today. It's worldwide favorite food, but as it is myself always not promoting fried food, goes back into my little beast here, which is the air fryer. You can fry it if you so wish, or you can bake it in the oven. I'll use the air fryer. The two concepts can be done both correctly without any issues. I'm taking you to a journey of donuts. A journey of donuts which is worldwide. There are 7 donuts, American donuts in Ludhiana itself, but highly sugar coated, highly crammed up with layers of other ingredients which are not fab. So I'm going to take you to a journey of a slightly healthier version in the oven and in the air fryer or oven. Enjoy them. But I'll also be taking you to the superfoods where I'll be adding the pista, the almonds, the mixed nuts, and then doing the dark chocolate 80%. Okay, the concept of this one is not to go for what you enjoy, but don't deep fry it. What is happening with that carcinogenic oil, as the donuts are frying and frying and frying of over 175 degrees of that oil, certainly becomes carcinogenic. Folks, welcome to my cook show, which is going worldwide in through my Desi Wellness kitchen and with Makhan, who also loves donuts. So in this donut world, I'm going to take you to the healthy version. Here I've got all my condiments and the mix is part ready because it saves me time and a lot of kafaf. It has to be made at least 30 minutes prior, and then you need to roll them out this way, leave them to rise again for a further 20 minutes minimum before it goes into the air fryer. The concept I had was I used my ring, I used a middle one, or you can use a lid of a bottle, a cap, anything of any condiment that you have to make an inner ring. And the small donuts, which is the inner ring, I've left them as they are. So to make up 6 donuts, the recipe will be run through the show. I'm going in only for 6 donuts, which was 3/4 strong flour, half a cup of castor sugar, and then we have half a teaspoon of baking powder, a pinch of salt, which has to be pink, half a cup of milk, which has to be full cream milk, half a teaspoon of cinnamon powder, and a 1/4 teaspoon of nutmeg. There is something about nutmeg that always goes with donuts and it just does the trick. Cinnamon is your choice. I prefer to have cinnamon as a warming, and then using butter, unsalted. It shouldn't be salted butter. Salted butter will change the whole concept of the taste. Make that into a palatable dough. As you see here, this is already risen again. So even after rolling this, showing it to you on my set, I'll be actually making the donut and then leaving it to rise again. Then the two concepts are using the chocolate, and then I'll be using different flakes just for you kids, for you to enjoy the dark chocolate, the white chocolate bits, but for more senior people, going on to the real nuts of almonds and mixed nuts. You have an allergy to nuts, I'm not promoting that for you guys. So let's just make some room here. And the vanilla essence should it should be an extract and not an essence. I've also got my favorite, which is the vanilla bean paste. That is the most expensive. One vanilla pod takes 1 year to dry. This is why vanilla extract and vanilla paste with vanilla seeds is so expensive. Here are my two little cutters. I'm only showing you one example. Time is of essence. So this is the one that I'm not going to roll too much because it's the exact size of my cutter. I'm going to take a smaller piece which should be about a ½ inch less. I'm going to cut it through, trying to make sure it goes through the central bit properly and we get a good clean cut. Press it down firmly. When you find it's free rolling and it still doesn't cut, this is a cocoa. I've made two options. I've gone for the vanilla and then I've also used cocoa. Cocoa, I mixed in a little bit of cocoa powder, pure, and let that blend into the thing. So you'll see I've got 3 cocoa, 2 normal, the little mini donuts, and let's get into the cooking to the air fryer. So I'm switching on my air fryer. It's going to be at 175 degrees. If you're using an oven, the oven which is here is going to be 200 degrees, but that's going to take 12 minutes, and I'm assuming in 5 minutes or under 5 minutes I'll have my donuts ready here. It's 175. Set it on timer. I'm going to place a parchment paper. So what you need to do with the air fryer, I'm going to keep a parchment paper here, dust it with flour lightly, and I'm going to make sure that the paper is also at the bottom. Grip it, putting it in my tray, and now I'll be placing my rings, giving them room. We might have to do them in 2 lots, folks. I'll put my little babies here, cute ones. And I'm going to put that for 6 minutes. Enough of talking, and to the donuts. That's in the ring there. I'll put one more here, and Six minutes, 175 degrees, folks. Let's get air frying and no deep frying. Ji haan, just 4 seconds left. Halfway, I did open my air fryer to turn them around. And in the oven, you might not need to do that. In deep frying, you certainly won't do that. Folks, these are my donuts. I don't think they are any different. They are hot. They are my little dough balls that you buy in the stores. And what I'm going to show you now is how to get the decoration done. Your choice and how you want to do it is your creation. Theek hai ji? So they are piping hot. No harm in putting the chocolate while they are piping hot. On the contrary, it will justify the chocolate spreading a bit. If you see at every service station, donut is a world on its own. But too much of that, you become the same shape as this from top to bottom. This is dark chocolate, which you have seen me in my previous shows. Never microwave it, put it in a hot bain or hot bath as it's called. And if you go over very high heat, chocolate when it's overheated becomes gritty. It is impossible to work with it. The timing, as soon as it's melting, turn off, let the hot bath water do the trick. As the chocolate is still hot, enough ke whatever you want to stick onto your donut, the chocolate can hug onto it. Theek hai ji? going on to the mixed nuts. So I'm going to just dip it in. That's donut number 1. Second one, I'm doing an almond donut. This is really drying fast, folks. This is when the chocolate should still be runny. Okay. Wow. I think this is what you guys look out for, don't you? Now for the kids, let's get a little bit naughty. Kids do need to have good essential nuts, very important. Folks, something that I haven't done ever on Akaal channel. I hope you will enjoy it. I hope you can take this to work, enjoy it, savor it. It doesn't have a long shelf life because it's a baked product. The fried one also will be about, as usual, 24 hours. Treat it as a fresh product. Let me into the second half take you onto a journey of pancake and how can we make a wonderful pancake jumping with one of the most powerful antioxidant fruits on earth, which Punjabis are avoiding or eating it at the wrong time, is the blueberries. Stay tuned into the second half of my show.
एक सौ 6 ਦੇਸ਼ਾਂ ਵਿੱਚ ਦੇਖੇ ਜਾ ਰਹੇ ਅਕਾਲ ਚੈਨਲ ਦੇ ਕੋਲ ਦੁਨੀਆ ਦੇ ਕਿਸੇ ਵੀ ਕੋਨੇ ਤੋਂ ਲਾਈਵ ਜਾਂ ਡੀ ਲਾਈਵ ਕਰਨ ਦੀ ਪੂਰੀ ਟੈਕਨੋਲੋਜੀ ਮੌਜੂਦ ਹੈ। ਤੁਹਾਡਾ ਸਾਰਾ ਪ੍ਰੋਗਰਾਮ ਹਾਈ ਡੈਫੀਨੇਸ਼ਨ ਤੇ ਕਵਰ ਕੀਤਾ ਜਾਵੇਗਾ। ਜੇ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਗੁਰੂ ਮਹਾਰਾਜ ਦੇ ਪੈਗਾਮ ਨੂੰ ਘਰ ਘਰ ਤੱਕ ਪਹੁੰਚਾਉਣਾ ਚਾਹੁੰਦੇ ਹੋ ਤਾਂ ਅੱਜ ਹੀ ਪ੍ਰੋਗਰਾਮ ਰਿਕਾਰਡ ਕਰਵਾਉਣ ਲਈ ਸੰਪਰਕ ਕਰੋ 07702748906 ਤੇ।
To make 6 donuts and with the central rings as well is a 3/4 cup of self-rising flour, half a cup of castor sugar, half a teaspoon of baking powder, half a teaspoon unsalted butter, pinch of salt, 1 heaped tablespoon of egg-free mix, half a cup of good A2 milk, half a teaspoon of butter, half a teaspoon of vanilla. Make the dough, leave it to set for about 30 minutes. Do not work too much with the dough. Quickly make the rings to your choice. Bake that in air fryer at 175 degrees for 6 minutes. Halfway, turn it around. If you need to increase more time, do so to make it crispy, but do not overcook as it would get too dry. In a fan assisted oven, you would need to do it at 200 degrees. Use dark chocolate or milk chocolate as per your choice, which is being melted in a hot bath. Put the hot chocolate while it's melted quickly onto the donuts and dress the donuts with blanched almonds. The second option I chose was with mixed nuts, and the third option I chose was with children's sprinklers, which was the dark chocolate and the milk chocolate. Serve the donuts while they are hot. They don't have a very long shelf life, so eat fresh. The second recipe of the day was pancakes, which is for 3 pancakes you need 3/4 cup of strong organic white flour, half a teaspoon of baking powder, half a teaspoon of sugar, a pinch of salt, half a cup of A2 milk, 1 tablespoon of rapeseed oil, 1 tablespoon of water, half a teaspoon of vanilla extract. Mix the white flour sifted with baking powder, sugar, salt, milk, water, and the vanilla extract. Do not put the vegetable oil in the pancake. The vegetable oil is for greasing the skittle. Mix the pancake mix thoroughly, making sure there is no lumps inside into a runny but not over runny mix. Heat your skittle, glaze it up lightly with rapeseed oil. When the oil is about to smoke, quickly put in 1 ladle of pancake mix and spread it around the skittle or your non-stick pan very quickly before it sets. Turn it over, but before turning, sprinkle a little bit, very little oil all over the pancake from a distance, and then flip it over. Brown it or crisp it as per your desire. Serve it with maple syrup or honey or anything of your choice of dark chocolate or light chocolate. The second option on the second pancake I made was the same mix. I added in about 10 blueberries. Do not very vigorous in mixing, just fold in the blueberries. The same principle to follow as the first pancake, and then tip over the blueberries, mix very quickly, spread it around, making sure that the blueberries are evenly all over the pancake. Tip it over as the blueberries start heating up. Before they melt and change shape, it is ready to be plated and served with fresh cream or on its own as per your taste. Ji haan, welcome to the second part of my show, and I hope that you are enjoying and savoring the taste on an evening, on a Wednesday evening, and saying, I could murder Dr. Manjit's donut. You can't murder it, you've got to cook it, folks. I'm there to preach good, healthy food. I hope that you're mocking it. I hope you're writing it. I hope you're going to make a book. And to the end of the show, before just going to do the final display of how I want to get my guests to enjoy the pancake, I'm going to show you my school book, which is back home from Kenya, which has got the most amazing recipes. So let's get cooking into this pancake story. I've got my mix ready here, which is in my whisk. So this is my mix. I'm going to give you a mix of 3 pancakes. I'm going to go for 2, but this is a mix that you would need to do, which will run into the show as well. 3/4 cup of any cup. You can take a cup this size, desi cup. You can take a cup this size, as long as you stick to the principles of cooking, folks, that you do not change the recipes and ingredients. You can modify them. Tell me what you've done. I'd love to know how you created something different. So any cup, any size, any butter. To make 3 is 3/4 cup of self-rising flour, half a teaspoon of baking powder, half a teaspoon of sugar, which is the brown sugar, a pinch of salt, half a cup of milk, 1 tablespoon of vegetable oil. I'm not going to say, it's going to be rapeseed oil in this case, but not olive oil. Half a teaspoon of vanilla extract, proper, and half a teaspoon of water. Blend all this up together. Let's make the pancake, and then have the pancake with maple syrup if you so wish. Over sweetened for me, sorry. I'm going to go for I'm going to put the blueberries to the end in my pancake to make a superfood pancake. So first let's get the whisk going. So all in this one I'm going to put in is milk. Always start slow. So I've given you a mix for 3. I did sift my flour. Very important, you sift the flour, otherwise clotted paste of your pancake mix is not going to be good. I'm happy with this consistency. I'm going to beat it a little bit more, and in this I'm adding in my wonderful, absolutely vanilla extract, not essence. Because I'm making less, I'm adding in 1/4. So I'm going to put in another teaspoon of milk. Going to go easy, because if you do too much, you have then Okay, this is good enough. Just give it a good mix and make sure that there is no, okay, skittle is hot, now going to raise up the heat. Going to use my rapeseed oil, lightly brushed, all sides. Okay, ready to go. Very quickly spreading it. The quicker you spread and get the shape, the better. There we are. And if you can see now, and the camera is focusing, is starting to bubble on the side. That is good. That means it will be ready to lift once the pancake changes color. So going to reduce the heat now down to 3. Okay. As you realize that in every pancake there is an egg-free egg mix, and in my pancake I just overlooked, I put in 1 tablespoon whipped up in for the 3 pancakes of the no egg. Okay, we'll start seeing the color change. Start releasing the pancake on the side. And I'm going to use my brush to lightly, as the color is changing, just brush it lightly so the other side will brown. So literally you're only taking it an inch away and brushing it on down. Because this is no egg free mix, with the egg mix you will find that it will bubble up quickly and it's easier to lift up. And this is a vegetarian pancake, so we need to be a little bit more gentle. As you're aware, all my cooks show. Ready to turn over, folks. So we're going to get the camera close up. 1, 2, normally the flip goes from top to bottom. I'm not going to take the chance. Wonderful. Okay, low heat, ready to go into my plate. And in one mix, I'm going to do the blueberries for somebody who does not like blueberries. I would. So this pancake, 1 pancake with berries, 1 pancake without. We'll do the 2 concept. The choice is yours. And whatever you want to wrap up in here, I will be drizzling up that with a bit of, as this is cooking, but I'm going to take it off the gas. That's wonderful, folks. I've got my blueberry concept ready, but I've also got my plain pancake, which you can savor and enjoy. And in this one, it's your choice to put in more chocolate, as children love it. You can put maple syrup, you can put jam, you can put any compote that you like, and just roll it into making a beautiful pancake. And now we'll go on to the blueberry pie, pancake, folks. Back to the same concept, the same mix. So just waiting for this to smoke up a bit. So this is now going to go onto the pan. Same process. Spread the blueberries around so they are evenly. Right now you can do it. Once they start sticking, there's no time for correction. You need more patience for an egg-free pancake than you would for as you can see, it started to lift off. But because this is a heavier pancake, i.e. it's got the blueberries, I need to be a bit more cautious. Can you see the color changing, folks? From cream to kind of a darker, clearer color. That means that side is cooked and ready to be flipped. closing the heat now because that's going to cook on its own. The blueberries are going to be nice and hot. In the same plate, folks, I have done you a concept of a plain pancake and a blueberry pancake. You can do a raspberry pancake. Strawberries, bit on the acid side, I won't sort of suggest it. Maybe sometime I'll do a gluten-free pancake for folks which have already done 5 shows, and a lot of people missed about the shows because the time was absolutely anti-social kind of time, and so many people regret not watching the September shows, which were at a ridiculous time, and now they're at 7:45 p.m. for you folks to enjoy, and also to get to sit and relax in the evening, where even young boys from Scotland, I need to say thank you so much for being avid viewers of Akaal Cook Show, my health shows and chat shows. And these young children say we record them, we are at work, or they watch them, the chat show in the daytime when they're on site. So we really, instead of using jam, we've got a raspberry pancake. So literally in seconds, we've got an option of a blueberry pancake. I'm going to flip it over. And this is just like a blueberry jam is what we've got here. There'll be sweet. You want to sweeten it, it's your choice. I think I'm so happy with my creation, folks. I hope you're happy to see it. It looks wonderful. It will certainly taste glorious. It is a game of patience. The art of decoration itself is a game of patience. But trying to promote this on a healthier level is my passion. This is beyond my clinical duties, which is just a charity for the Akaal Cook Show. Take care of yourself and each other. Goodbye, Sat Sri Akal, and a very good evening, a very good morning, a very good afternoon, whichever globe of the world you're watching my channel. Have a good day. Sat Sri Akal.